All right. To begin with, what is all about an AMI? AMI or Amazon Machine Image. It is a template made available by AWS that includes installed and configured software such as operating system, application servers, and other software programs. It is a special type of virtual appliance that is used to create an EC2 instance within AWS Cloud. So if an EC2 instance fails, or you simply want to spin off another EC2 instance, you may use this AMI image to create a new instance. So what does this AMI include? What it has? It has got a template for the instance root volume, such as an operating system, just like your drive C, the bootable disk. Next, it has got setup permissions or user data, user account, or credentials such as EC2 user, administrator, or your predefined user accounts. And last but not least, it has got the blocked devices that define the root device volume to attach, such as the EBS volume of 8 GB or 30 GB of storage. It is these three informations that are embedded into our Amazon Machine Image. So there are three types of AMIs to go with: a public AMI, paid AMI, and a private AMI. So what is all about a public AMI? It is a free template or Amazon Machine Image that anyone can use. Remember, while creating a virtual machine, we used to create a Linux image or a Windows image that is public AMI. You can also create your own AMI and push it into that public space. If Amazon authorizes, your AMI will display there. For that, you should be the owner of that OS. Okay. Next is paid AMI. There are many payable images that are available. For that, you need to pay and subscribe. You need to get it. Say, for example, you want Windows Server with SQL or MySQL or some other operating system. You are using some scientific based OS operating system, or you want to bring in Android operating system on this AWS cloud, or you want to bring in iOS, your mobile iOS OS here in this AWS environment in your virtual machine. You want to keep it, and maybe you want to use it for coding or designing a purpose. Yes, of course, all those things you can do it. That falls under paid category. For that image, you need to pay. Right now, we are not paying anything because Windows is available from Amazon. They are charging for us. Okay, it gets deducted from the free tier. Once the free tier is over, you get billed even for that operating system that you have selected. Similarly, Linux. Amazon Linux distribution, what you select, it is completely free. However, if you select Red Hat or CentOS, other distributions, it is chargeable. Last but not least is the private AMI. It is only available to AWS users who have permission from its developer. Who is that? It is like the users like you and me. Today, we will create a couple of AMIs. That AMI is called private AMI. It is completely a proprietary thing, what I created for myself. If I wish, I can share this AMI with any of you users. You will be able to view that image in your console, AWS Management Console. You can use the same thing and create a virtual machine. So what are all the benefits of these AMIs? Why do we need in first place? Correct? That's the question, right? Using an AMI to create new VMs has three key advantages. Number one, time saving. Set up with all the necessary security fixes and can swiftly deploy it. You need not to recreate the same thing over and over again whenever you create a new virtual machine. Next, it reduces errors. So there is no need to manually configure the installed software each time a new virtual machine is deployed. The last but not least is consistency. Carries out frequent revisions and configuration changes while maintaining consistency. So for the very first time, you will build the AMI as per your need and requirements. So subsequently, you will use the same AMI. If you have 10 reporting people in your team, you will provide the same AMI and ask them to roll out new virtual machines in their setup for their clients, correct? So all the AMIs, all the virtual machines will have the same setup. So here there are two types of AMIs what we can create. One is custom AMI and another one is golden AMI. So what is the difference? A custom AMI instances launched from this new custom AMI that includes customizations that you made when you created the AMI. So how do we create an AMI? For that, first you need to create a virtual machine, log into that virtual machine, do all the customizations, changes, whatever you want. From that, you take a backup or create an image of that. That is called custom AMI. So subsequently, any new virtual machine that you create out of this custom AMI, it will have the same replica, not only the operating system, include the hardware configurations. What is that hardware configuration? Suppose you have created a virtual machine with 100 GB hard disk storage, and you have taken an image of that. The subsequent virtual machine that you create, that will have 100 GB only, not default 30 GB. Correct? So we will explore that in the next upcoming lab exercise. So there is another type, right? Golden AMI. Custom AMI, okay, we understood. We have created a virtual machine, logged into that, installed all the software that we want. We have created a image out of that. That is custom AMI. What is golden AMI? It is one step ahead of custom AMI. In golden AMI, it contains the latest security patches, software configuration, customization of software applications, or maybe you have created one or two new user accounts, login user accounts, correct? So all of them falls under golden AMI. After completing all these necessary steps, if you have taken another backup, another image backup, that image backup is called golden AMI, right? So these are the benefits and different types of AMIs that we can create. Further, we have a few more type of AMIs. What are all the different ways and means we can create an AMI? One is called EBS backed AMI, that is elastic block storage type AMI. That is, you can take a snapshot of your hard drive, EBS. It is a point in time of copy. That is, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, or every 30 seconds, you can create a snapshot of your hard drive. That is the default root drive, 30 GB, or the additional add-on hard drive, whatever you have created. That backup you can create. That snapshot you can create. From that snapshot, you can create a AMI, Amazon Machine Image. So that type of image is called EBS backed AMI. There is another instance backed AMI. That is what we just discussed in the previous slide, custom AMI and golden AMI. These two images are created from the instance backed AMI. That means you will create a virtual machine. You will log into that virtual machine. You will make necessary changes and then create an image of that virtual machine. That is called instance backed AMI. So the last type is root volume template. What is this? Any AMI, Amazon Machine Image, if that contains the bootable operating system, that AMI is referred to as a root volume template. So when we launch an instance, the root device volume contains the image used to boot the instances, such as operating system. So finally, what we understand, an AMI need not be a OS driven, OS having image. We can also create an image of just the storage, the backup of our database. We can do that. So Amazon Linux AMI creates an 8 GB EBS root volume by default while creating a Linux-based virtual machine. If it is Windows-based virtual machine, it will be 30 GB root volume at launch. So the root volume size can only be increased and it cannot be decreased. That means While creating a virtual machine, the default 8 GB or 30 GB, whatever has been provided, this 8 GB, if you want, you can make it 800 GB or 1 TB. Similarly, you cannot reduce from 8 GB to 6 GB or 7 GB. The same thing goes with Windows volume also. So if this 30 GB, you cannot make it to 29 or 20 or 15 GB. It can only be increased. So last but not least, if we make an AMI image from an EC2 instance that is already running, it will produce an image with the exact hardware, operating system, installed software, so software configuration settings, etc. This is what exactly happens. So with this, we'll be concluding the theoretical part of AMI, Amazon Machine Image. Let's move on to the lab exercise. All right.